Hello, SN community. Welcome to a very little special report. It's not quite about report because we're going to be chatting about our experience at the Horus Heresy event over in the Mecca Warhammer World. We were very, very kindly invited by Games Workshop to not only receive one of the new box sets you've probably seen a lot of in recent weeks. They also had an invite in to go to the actual event to experience a little bit behind the scenes of what Games Workshop does, and play around with the new Horus Heresy.
Yeah, it was really cool, really surreal as well, because obviously what they did was they brought a lot of content creators from all around the world,
Literally all over the world,
into one space. So everybody was at Warhammer World, and at the same time, as DC has already said, we got one of the new box sets from the Horus Heresy, plastic box sets, which look absolutely amazing.
Now, unfortunately, we were given Imperial Fists as the option. I think Pardo had something to do with it because naturally I would have picked Word Bearers, but I believe they were already taken. However, we have our in-house painter Benji, and he did a fantastic job on the scheme. The yellow he's done is absolutely brilliant. I'm pretty sure you're going to put pictures.
Yeah, we'll put some pictures. Painstaking, because obviously we were very short of time. I think we had like a month and a half to paint the whole box set,
something like that.
And there is a lot of there's like 40 troops. 10 Terminators, a Spartan, a Contemptor,
characters,
2 Praetors. So a lot of stress throughout. It was more at the end. It was more of a team effort.
It was at the end for sure
to help Benji, because obviously we needed to send this box set, painted box set, finished, and ready to go before we actually flew over to the UK.
It's just so they could do a lot of the promo shots and stuff, which you probably saw on Warhammer Community. And if you haven't seen it, we'll put a link in the description where you can see about the Imperial Fists and bits and bobs.
So so basically we painted up the box set, but Benji did like 95% of the stuff.
Poor Benji.
And then we started our trip all the way to the Mecca Warhammer World in Nottingham. We left here from Gibraltar Airport. It was actually delayed, so it was about an hour delayed. Really didn't even make that flight. Because there was a couple of...
basically, Gibraltar is one of the hardest places in the world to land.
Yes.
In terms of, there's a very, very small runway space. Google it after this video.
Yeah.
But point being is that sometimes the pilots can't land. And if they don't land, they have to fly off into Malaga, into Spain. And Mr. Pardo was very, very anxious about the idea of having to go to Spain because the bus journey, the travel time.
It's like 3 hours extra from traveling to the next airport. I hate planes, by the way, so I was anxious as it was. But obviously we landed in Heathrow. We managed to get the flight from Gibraltar, managed in Heathrow. Games Workshops had prepared us a car. A car. They actually took us. We didn't drive.
No.
And all the way from Heathrow up to Nottingham, which is about 2.5 hours to 3 hours. Really nice chap as the driver. I don't think he'll be watching this, but just in case he is, really nice chap. And we did get really late to the hotel, about 10 o'clock. And I think we have the first footage of us arriving at that hotel. So let's check that out.
Here we are. So, look at this fancy place. Fancy, right, Mr. Pardo?
Yeah. 2.5 hours later in taxi.
Yes, we almost didn't make it because the plane landed once and bailed and had to land again, so on and so forth.
So it's 10 o'clock now?
It's later, isn't it? What time is it? Anyway, it's tiring. And we're tired, but we're going to go in, get ourselves snuggled up, get some sleep, and then get ready for tomorrow. Woo!
So having almost not made it, luckily the pilot did make the second attempt. As Pardo said, we got there. We got there late at night.
Yeah.
It was very, very late. But the hotel was absolutely amazing. It was actually in Nottingham University campus.
Yeah, which was weird.
Which was weird. It wasn't a university hotel, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was a conference hotel.
Yeah.
But the quality...
and really nice surroundings. I think we've got some videos of us walking around the campus and stuff later on. And really cool as well, because obviously as we arrived, there was some of the content creators already at the bar. We met.
Josh was there.
Josh was there.
Yeah. Broadsword.
Both of them were there. There was a couple. I can't remember who it was. We were tired, but there was about like five or six of them. I had a little chat and then went up, ordered a pizza, wasn't it?
We did order a pizza.
Yeah. What was it? Papa John's.
It was a Papa John's, yeah. Because I've been talking about it non-stop since we on our way.
He actually had. Went to sleep. Woke up the next morning. Busy day. First day. And what was the first thing we did?
So first day was we actually, after breakfast and all that, we walked. We decided to walk.
Yeah.
Because it was absolutely beautiful. Walked through Nottingham University campus, through the canals and everywhere else. We got a little bit lost on the way and ended up walking across like
the first time we did get lost.
I have to description. We looked very touristy for sure. Yeah. Anyway, so we then got to Games Workshop's the entrance of Warhammer World, and Andy was there to greet us from the Warhammer community team. Shout out to Andy, such a nice guy. And he directed us over to the, playtest area.
Yeah.
What area was rather than playtesting. We were allowed to demo the Horus Heresy game prior to the big Saturday release.
Yeah.
Naturally, we had the box already in the rules.
Yeah, we had already tested it out a bit, but obviously it was more playing it out and testing it out with some of the official Games Workshop staff.
Exactly.
And we had, who was it that was there?
There was loads of people. James Otero was there from Siege Studios.
But what they did is they split the groups, so there were so many content creators we had some groups. I can't remember who our group was, but we do have some footage. So I think we should go into that footage because I think DC did record some footage in that special room. Let's take a look.
Hey everybody, so we are here behind the scenes doing some Horus Heresy content, and behind me some beautiful miniatures being displayed for us, as you can see, including this guy. Check this out.
No, he's going to save his reaction because there's going to be a reaction.
So yeah, we've just had our first kind of introductory game for Horus Heresy, where I was playing Wordbearers, Mr. Pardo was playing Ultramarines, and Nick was teaching us over there. Now, as an Ultramarine player, he was extremely biased against me and decided to make rules up on the go. Didn't you, Nick?
Hello?
Just wanted to... So, we're just talking about how you...
A dreadful loss for the Wordbearers.
I'm just saying how you cheated throughout my entire game.
Are you claiming that I've courage and honour and I cheat?
I'll let you carry on. So, guys, basically we played our first game, introduction game, where we learned the new rules of Horus Heresy, so different aspects of the changes they've made from the previous one. Now, personally, I don't have much experience in Horus Heresy in the past. Mr. Pardo did, didn't you?
Yes. It was a bit weird. It was a bit nostalgia, right?
It wasn't, because I played a little bit of 7th.
I remember that.
Yeah, because for example, he charged his Terminators into my Contemptor thinking he's going to shred it, because in 9th, he probably would have shredded that Contemptor.
Yeah.
Other way around, my Contemptor absolutely battered his Terminators. So, and it's those little topsy-turvy things on its head that you don't normally think of. Instinctively, you think in 40k terms. So that alone was really interesting. And it's getting us excited, I think, for Horus Heresy content.
The new rule set is it's fresh, right? It's still 7, but it's fresh.
It's like a tightened up 7.
Mechanics to the game, which will freshen it up a lot.
Yeah. So it was a Wordbearers victory. Happy for all. I don't know where we're off next. Where are we off next?
Now, I'm just waiting for an interview now.
Yes, he's doing an interview.
And then we're just going to Warhammer World for the day.
Yeah, play some games. Have some fun. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.
So as you saw, it was a really cool atmosphere in the room. Obviously, we met Nick Baton as one of the guys that were showing actually the mechanics of the game with all the new reactions. And we also got to see a lot of the new models, or a sneak peek of all the new models.
I just want to point out that Nick is a massive Ultramarine fan.
Yes.
And despises the Wordbearers.
Yes.
And I felt the mutual feeling the other way around. There was a little bit of bias when we were playing our demo game with Mr. Pardo. Just a little bit of bias. I was playing basically against Nick Baton and Pardo.
Yes.
Just want to point that out now. And Nick, if you're watching, we will play a game one day, and I will defeat you with the 17th.
Yeah, you heard it here first. So we had got a sneak peek of all the new stuff that no one had seen.
Yeah.
It was amazing. We got to see the new tank.
Yeah.
We got to see all the special weapons and the heavy weapons in plastic. We got to see that big bloodthirster.
Yeah.
Forget his name now.
Yeah, it's gone on my head. Why did you?
Sorry.
Why did you do that?
And then we basically when we finished that, we had the rest of the day off because obviously there were so many other content creators that had to do stuff throughout the day. So we had the day off. We were one of the I think we were actually the first ones to start the day off with that test gaming. So we just walked over to Warhammer World, which was 2 minutes away, and had a friendly game. Friendly. Yeah. Blood Angels versus Gene Stealer Cult, and here's some vlogging.
Hello. It's gaming time. 360. So we've just done the. What did we do this morning? We did the trial game. Trial. With the new rule set for Horus Heresy, and then I did a little interview, Horus Heresy interview, and now we're having a little game. We bought the Blood Angels, as we said, Gene Stealer Cult or something like that. I don't know what they're called.
Angels, like that show we watched, right?
Yeah, Angels of Death, is it? Angels of Death. Anyway, so we're going to have a couple of games. As you can see, a lot of people playing. We've got the castle in the back. Really cool place. Bugman's Bar is just on that corner. Forge World is just behind this. So yeah, I'll take you through some of the tables, the narrative tables and stuff later on. But yeah, so now time to relax. There's nothing more planned for today. Some more things tomorrow. But yeah, gaming all day. Yay!
So unfortunately, it was a victory to the Blood Angels on our first game back in the mecca of Warhammer World. It does make you feel like a kid again when you're in there and they've got the surroundings of the castle and everything else. I absolutely love it. But the cult were defeated. I should have taken the Word Bearers. People told me on Instagram I should take the Word Bearers. Yeah. Alas, I did not.
I voted for the Word Bearers just because I knew he didn't want to take them because it was spiky.
So spiky to take. It's such a pain to carry. And Cabanda is the name of the Bloodthirster I was going to mention. See chaos coming into my brain there. So, end of the day, we have a little vlog now of us walking back from Warhammer World. We decided to trek back as well because it is a really nice walk in the green, and head to the hotel and get ready for day 2, which is the tours. Yeah.
Just a little mention, that evening we actually met up with a couple of friends, which hopefully are watching this. So we met up with Damien Pedley, one of the official Games Workshop painters for the special
heavy metal. It's a special heavy metal
specialist games. Yeah. Hello, Damien, and his dog, which we met finally. Pack. It's basically like a Thunderwolf. It's huge.
Yeah, you could ride in battle.
Yeah, and we met with Josh as well, one of our friends from has been at No Retreat for a couple of times, and we had a really nice meal in the town centre. So
a French restaurant.
It was very nice. Yeah. I just wanted to put that in there. But anyway, let's go on to day 2.
So we are done for the day. Mr. Pardo is now looking at some. What are you doing?
I love nature.
I know you do. He was rubbing.
Look at these trees. These trees are beautiful. Look how big they are.
He was rubbing moss earlier, saying, "Don't you like moss?" He's like, anywhere you would go with Pardo is like taking an alien to their first visit of Earth, and they're walking around as if they've never seen anything before.
It's a really nice walk.
It's a lovely walk.
It's a lovely walk.
It's a lovely walk. So
it wasn't this morning when it was very hot. We had this. We were stressed because we didn't know where we were going. Yeah. That walk wasn't very nice. This one's more relaxed because I know where I'm going.
Agreed. So yeah, it's nicer now.
I think we can go through here.
Well, that's famous last words. Yeah. So close the glass now.
You want to tell them how the game went?
So we finished, and it was a loss to the cult. And the reason we played it is because we watched Angels of Death on the plane over, which is Gene Stealer Cult versus Blood Angels on the Warhammer TV, which is really good. Yeah. And we thought, we should play that. And anyway, got to turn 4, I was in the lead, and then he decided that he didn't want to play around anymore with his food, and just absolutely
tabled you. Neatly. I let a couple to run away to tell the
tale.
Leaders that, don't go there.
Don't go there. Well, you killed my leaders. The Patriarch's dead. Problem was, Armour of Contempt is really strong still, but it was actually the Volkite Contemptors that that were just unbelievable.
The head like that.
Yeah, and he was just ruining everything.
Now we're going to get changed.
Yes, off to get changed. Dinner, and then
dinner with some friends.
Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Yes. Hi, Josh.
And Damien.
Hi, Damien.
That works at Games Workshop.
He does indeed.
One of the painters there.
For Forge World. Heavy metal?
Heavy metal, yeah.
I think so.
Anyway.
Yeah, he's a painter at Games Workshop. But we'll have to have them for dinner and then chill out, and then tomorrow another full day doing all sorts. Yeah, fun. Anyway, see you later, guys.
So, bright and early again, day 2, we walk. Did we walk again?
Yeah, we walked every single time.
We walked every time
Yeah.
because we are exercise fanatics,
Yes.
as you can tell.
Yeah.
Well, by me anyway. We walked over to Warhammer World bright and early because it was tour day. Now,
Yeah.
we didn't quite know that you couldn't record a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I
during
don't
this
know
time.
if we could, but I
didn't
think
quite-
I've seen people recording, so I'm a bit confused.
Yeah.
Anyway, we took a lot of photos.
We took a couple of pictures,
Yeah.
so you'll see some photos. But essentially, we were taken around, which is a very, very rare treat,
Yeah.
around the Warhammer Plus studios, both the Masterclass painting studio and their battle
Battle
reports
report one.
/ because the battle report one it was big enough that they had the battle report area on the one side, and on the other side is actually where they do the presentations.
Yeah, the previews, the
previews.
previews. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So we got our security passes and all that kind of stuff.
Very official. They had
yeah,
like official.
Yeah. There was an inquisitor there.
Yeah.
Checking for heretics. I slipped through and asked with a lot of other content creators again, and they were doing it in batches because there were so many of us that they had to do it in staggered throughout the day.
Yeah, we had Richard Gray.
We had Richard Gray. We had the Titan boys were there, but they were in the other group going in the opposite.
Yeah, we
rooms.
had French War Game. We had
Julien,
Julian, and we had someone else.
Vincent.
Vincent was with us. So that was a group basically. Us, Vincent, Andy. Richard Gray and Julian.
Yeah.
So yeah, a complete mix of content creators,
Yeah.
but. As you can see, probably we've already put a couple of photos. It was very surreal to actually be there. They let us like hold some of the weapons, sit in the preview desk, and it was very cool.
There was the Crimson Fist pauldron that was the size of you.
Yeah, it was like I could fit. I felt like a turtle.
Yeah.
Like I was going into the shell of a turtle.
Yeah.
I think I've got some photos of that as well.
Absolutely brilliant.
So it was absolutely amazing.
And then we went from that studio into the Masterclass studio.
Yes.
Where I held the sword that Henry Cavill held, Archeon's sword on the side. I told my wife straight away because she's a big Henry Cavill fan.
Yeah. It was really cool.
It was very cool. And it's actually really interesting to watch, I guess, from a content creator's perspective, how, and because we're asking lots of questions about how they go about filming, because obviously they do stuff to they have the full rigging, they have everything, they have a full team.
Yeah, it was amazing.
In comparison to us, we're not full time. It's a passion of ours. We're trying to get there. But for those guys, the procedures and processes of how they would create content was really interesting to us.
Yeah.
From that side of things rather than just the hobby stuff as well.
Definitely. Yeah, amazing. So basically we did that and then had lunch at Bugman's Bar, which again is in a very cool place. If you haven't been to Warhammer World, there's a separate like a bar restaurant type thing with really nice food.
All themed to be like a fantasy theme.
Fantasy Bugman's, yeah. So very cool stuff. And then we actually got a tour. A specific tour with one of obviously it was the curator. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Really nice tour, and we've got a lot of footage of that, which for the first time Games Workshop actually allowed us to record in the exhibition halls, which are breathtaking. They are amazing. The videos you're about to see next will not do justice to how cool these exhibitions are. So with that said, I'm going to leave you with a couple of videos of the exhibition tour.
So as you saw, we had a great time in the Warhammer Museum. I've been a few times before.
Yeah.
And it just blows me away.
Yeah, it still amazes me every time. I've been like 5 or 6 times already, and I still need to go. I think we actually in the whole weekend went twice. We went with the tour itself, and then at the very end we went again.
And I actually went with Damien as well.
Yes,
and he
so
was
you
pointing
went
out
3 times.
I had a private tour.
Yeah, amazing.
But anyway, I was going to ask you, what is your favourite exhibition out of all of those?
And there's a Nurgle parade type of I don't know if it's one of the videos that you've already watched, but it's like Nurgle marching to war, coming out of their fortress or castle, and that one is absolutely spectacular. It's like a big cliff. They're all walking out of
very good
plague-ridden castle, and I think that one is actually my favorite.
Actually, weirdly, mine is one of the newer ones.
Okay.
It's the Bone Reapers procession.
So good.
And it's like a big cube, fully the 360 one where you can look all around.
Things everywhere.
Everywhere. And they were telling us they were doing it almost in a comic book style where there was different like sections of the story as you go around this whole thing. But it's people giving the bone tithe to the Bone Reapers.
Yeah.
Just
so cool. Like, there's so many you can.
There's so many.
You can't basically choose. Another one of the ones I like is the Horus Heresy one of Blood Angels versus Demons, where you have Fulgrim just leading that charge.
Yeah.
All the Blood Angels smashing against the horde of demons. Yeah, it's actually spectacular.
And I always like to pay a visit to Erebus, who's in there as well.
He is actually in there.
So
exhibition finished. Again, we had some hobby time.
Yes.
And we were looking for games, everywhere, asking everywhere. And we found some
nobodies.
And we actually have some vlogging of that. So yeah, check this out.
Okay, so we've just finished all the itinerary except for the big day, which is tomorrow. And so we've got spare time to play with our little toy soldiers. And I didn't have anybody to play. Then a guy that I haven't met before offered me a game.
Please play with me.
What's your name?
Hi, my name's Winter's SEO from Winter's YouTube channel. When you've got an army and I've got an army and you come to Warhammer World, you have to play.
Yeah, and he's drinking Coca-Cola and water.
Yes.
To get don't get dehydrated.
You've got to keep your fluids up.
Liam will be happy about that. So hello, Liam.
Hi, Liam.
And we're playing Necrons versus the mighty Blood Angels.
Well, this galaxy was ours.
And then on the other side here, our neighbours here, are playing World Eaters versus what are these called again?
I don't know.
Xenos. What are they?
They're worse gene stealers, aren't
Worse gene stealers.
No, they're better. The pure strains are better.
Okay, so they're playing on this side. So yeah, cheeky game, and I hope I beat this guy. I've made a new friend. Hello. The game is finished. The camera's pointing my side.
Okay,
it's not pointing to you yet. So, the final score was...
I didn't lose.
Listen, what's the final score? So it's 3, 6, 8, 8?
Yeah.
8, 8. So it was a custom mission, basically.
Yes.
End of the game, whoever was on an objective would get a point. Then we introduced again First Strike, First Blood, no.
First Strike laid the Warlord Linebreaker.
Linebreaker, yeah. So we both got Linebreaker, we both got First Blood, and no one killed the Warlord because both of our Warlords were quite cowardly, yeah.
Cowardly as
Yeah,
they are.
mine's done nothing. Mine hasn't even shot his gun. But anyway.
But it was a difficult puzzle, and unpicking your mind and playing someone with such a genius level of knowledge such as yourself, it was taxing. I need a beer.
But it's a draw. So we're all happy. I don't know what's happening here, but it looks like it's a bloodbath. Like all that is dead. All that is dead. It's crazy. So yeah, enjoyed it. And tomorrow is the event now.
Yeah, the event now.
So no one knows what's happening, what we're doing, but we're going to have fun for sure. So we'll catch you back tomorrow.
So as you can see, it was SN versus, even pre-DZTV really, it was SN versus SEO back in the day, because both Alex and Mr. Winters were part of the SEO stuff, hence why Winters has SEO in his name.
Yes.
Fun fact. But we played against those guys, and it was a draw for both sides.
Yeah, crazy. Both a draw. How difficult is a draw nowadays? Yeah. Anyway, we were playing like a specific mission.
Yeah, it was fun.
But it was great to actually be playing a game without a drunk Winters. He wasn't drunk. Because last time we played in this studio, it was like babysitting a drunk
giraffe
4-year-old.
Yeah, it was incredible. He was so naughty.
The energy that guy has is spectacular.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah, it's so good. So really nice day. We actually ate at Bugman's. I remember that evening, but we were very, very tired, and we did have to rest because obviously we had a really important day the next day, which was obviously the Horus Heresy event itself, which we were all invited to, and would have all our armies on display. So we were very excited about that. So off we went back to the hotel. Basically had a good sleep, and we went on to day 3. And again, some vlogging coming up next.
Here we go. It's the day of days. It is Horus Heresy event day. Got your little badge. Got my little badge. And my sunny's on because it's actually quite nice today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not hot.
Yeah.
It's not hot.
It's not hot, but
Nice.
but it's nice. So we are on our way to begin. Well, we're not sure really what's going on today in terms of any specific.
Going to the event, basically.
Yeah, we're going to the event, chatting to people. I don't know if there's any like talks or any bits and pieces on.
Yeah, there's some, what do you call them?
Seminars type
Seminars,
stuff. So we'll probably try and check those out. I didn't bring the army today because there's no room to play. So, and I'm playing tomorrow instead while you're doing other secret stuff, secret things. But
We do have the meet and greet.
you have a meet and greet
Okay.
later on. I don't know if I'm involved in that. I'm not sure. But yeah, meet and greet so people can chat to Mr. Pardo. All things about Heresy. So excited about Heresy now, actually, because especially after today, it's going to be really
Exciting for everybody.
yeah, really exciting for everybody. And my word bearers now, because yesterday I bought Erebus and I bought Corfarion in the set, so I'm going to paint them up and I'm going to use them every time, so everyone will love how much Erebus will be on the channel, and you'll get to try and kill him, which will make you happy. So anyway, we're off now. Lovely, beautiful walk.
Inside, because they allow us.
Yep.
To take some footage inside. So.
Do some bits and pieces, and then we'll catch you back probably in the studio.
The big day, Horus Heresy, everywhere you can see. We were super, super excited about the whole thing. Now, there was a main game. The main gaming hall was transformed into kind of just an open exhibition.
Yes.
There was a whole painting section where you could paint your own Marine.
The new
Mark 6.
Mark 6, yeah.
Then there were some demo tables, some small ones where they just kind of go over the new rules. There was a painting competition on the one side, and then cabinets on the back wall. And then over on the corner was some tables where we did this meet and greet between all the content creators. We had our own time slots throughout the day. And we could just mingle. So we basically went around chatting to people.
Yeah, we were like a normal, at this point, we were just like a normal ticket holder.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went around and did everything. I actually painted a Mark 6 a bit with some of the paints that they were letting you do. We didn't do any gaming because obviously we had already done that.
No, there was a gaming hall past Bugman's right at the back.
Yes, there was. Actually.
There was, where some people were testing out the new
we did go and visit because obviously there were some old friends there that I hadn't seen in a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
Andrew Dickinson was there, which I saw. Hadn't seen him in the last 2 years due to COVID. But yeah, a lot of mingling, a lot of talking. Photos with a lot of other content creators and cosplayers.
There was amazing cosplayers with their Space Marine suits on.
There was a Horus, wasn't there?
He was so good.
So good.
He looked like Horus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was very, very good. He was huge in the Terminator armor.
Yeah.
I think I got a photo with him as well.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we did.
Then obviously all the legions were in display, which is a bit surreal because obviously you had queues of people to actually look at the cabinets where your models were, which was very, very cool to see. And obviously then, like DC stated, we had a meet and greet at about, ours was like at about 4 o'clock. So basically we sat on this table with some of the models.
We did, and when our models were there, Richard Gray came over and we were chatting.
Yes.
And we had Richard Gray examining.
I've got a photo.
You got a photo examining one of the models, and we sent it to Benji.
Yeah, and said, guess who's checking out your models? And he's like, oh no, take it off him. But yeah, Richard Gray is a very cool guy.
Very nice guy.
I've never met him before.
No.
Very cool guy. Yeah, he was funny.
And basically, we spent the day again with content creators and everyone that came to the event. Met lots of new friends and met people. We had our sit down where people came up to us. A couple of people came up and asked some bits and pieces, and mainly about what content we're going to be doing in future, which
and talking about Richard Gray, before I forget, thank you very much for the Dawn model, which you gave to us. Given to us. Non-metallic paint job. Oh,
Yeah, incredible.
Spectacular. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much
for donating that Dawn model to our army. So yeah, just before I wanted to mention it.
So that was the end of the day. Well, in terms of that was it in terms of exhibition. We did that. We mingled for a while, and then off we went because in the evening, there was a meal with all the content creators. So we went out.
That was my favourite bit.
It was amazing. It was
amazing.
Really, really good. The
pizzeria, Italian place.
It was like Italian, like bohemian-y pizzeria place.
Very secretive. We went into the restaurant and
there was no one there.
And there was no one there. And it's like, no, it's through the back door. And it's like VIP area for the back. And we just had pizza, had some beers, and chatted. And then we went to the Pendulum.
We went to the Pit and Pendulum in Nottingham. I hadn't been before. It's a rock bar, or a metal bar, whatever you want to call it. It was very, very busy, and I think there was Rammstein playing when we first walked in. And Mr. Pardo, bless him, he's not used to that environment.
I was like, "What is this?
What is this place?"
But it was such a cool place.
It was amazing.
So much character. It was huge as well. It was like multi floors, like levels, 2 floors, levels, and people everywhere.
And so we get our drinks at the bar. We head downstairs because there was a bunch of other content creators. And the Warhammer team.
And the Warhammer community team.
And I guess people were playing Blood Bowl down there completely randomly.
I was like, I'm just being like run over by a car outside, and I'm just dreaming about all this. And like heavy metal playing, walking down steps, beers in hand. Look down. There's like 2 games of Blood Bowl. I didn't know what was happening, but it was a really nice evening there.
It was very fun.
So coming up, we've got the vlogging of us at the event. We have some images and videos of us at the Horus Heresy event itself, and then it's going to go straight into a little video of us at the evening meal, and that was it for that day. So let's check that out.
Hello.
Hi.
So it's the end of the day.
It is.
And look at him. And we're very tired, but it's been a glorious day.
A lot of heresy.
A lot of
heresy.
We've got the winner there of the painting competition. Can I zoom in here? Yeah, Craig Pickup. Beautiful model. I thought he was going to win as well, so I'm happy it won. But everybody's really tired now. I think it's like an hour to go for it to stop, and we've got all the models in here. I'm just going to quickly show you our models, which are in here. Really cool day. But we're tired. We're going to go back to the hotel now. DC is busy there as always, Instagramming. And then we're going to go out for a meal. So we're very excited about that. We'll catch you back in a second.
So after a great evening, next day, the Sunday, I believe it was a Sunday, right?
I lost track of
I know.
time when I was there.
Massively.
Yeah.
What time is it? What day is it?
It was was it 4 nights?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
We didn't attack each other or anything.
It was good.
So end of that day, start of Sunday, Mr. Pardo had a secret squirrel rendezvous of some description, which I don't even know about.
Yeah, at this point, like we can't say anything because of dates, but basically it was like a I don't know what to explain.
Just don't say more.
Don't say more. Okay.
The mystery is interesting enough.
Yeah.
And I went over to Warhammer World.
Yeah.
Where I had a pickup game with none other than Quipster. Yay! Quipster was at the event as well, and probably know him from his notorious Instagramming, of which he is prolific at. But me had a game, Custodes versus Gene Set the Cult, of course. We had a great game, and I believe that ended in a draw as well.
Wow.
That ended in a draw as well, and we were playing. I never played it before.
What are the odds of that?
Yeah, it was Tempest of War.
Oh yes.
I only played it once, I think, in the studio when it first arrived. I didn't really, do much with it, but I played it with Quipster again, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then you came afterwards and met me.
Yeah, I went back to Warhammer World. Just bought my final bits at obviously Forge World and Warhammer. I didn't buy anything for me. It was basically buying stuff for locals from our club here in Gibraltar. And then we had another walk back to the hotel, and we've got some vlogging of the end of the event conclusion, end of the
Yes.
weekend conclusion. So we can check that out.
We can, but just before we do, because we'll probably close off after that, right?
Yes, we'll probably do.
So, as you probably know, we've seen it on our social media, we are going to start doing Horus Heresy reports.
Yeah, we've already done a couple, but we just need to edit them now.
Yes, exactly. So that's all coming up in the future. If you're interested in more Horus Heresy content, please check us out, hit subscribe, and the rest of it, because it does help us out.
Yeah.
I am getting my word bearers ready
Yes.
to enter into the Horus Heresy. We already have more armies on their way as well, because we want to make
There's a
translate.
lot. I've got a secret project as well, which
And a
nobody except my painter knows.
Yes.
The painter's probably watching this. I think he will. But he's
Yes.
the only one.
I'm guessing Sons of Horus, personally. I'm just
Nope.
guessing. I genuinely don't know.
I'm telling you no. Promise. Anyway, big thank you to everybody that met us at the event, greeted us at the event. Obviously, it was surreal.
Yeah.
It was very, very cool.
Yeah.
We met a lot of faces that we had not met before, because obviously we meet through Instagram and Facebook, and so we got to greet them there. Made a lot of friends, new friends. So I think we've got some photos coming over all these. A big thank you again to Games Workshop for inviting us to this event and having and making us have a really nice time. We attention to detail on everything was really, really good. Big thank you to Jamie as well, which
Jamie
is one
and
of the
Andy.
other, and obviously Andy for
did a great
making
job.
us feel like home.
Yes.
Even though he was really, really stressed. But yeah, that is the end. We're going to finish off with a little end of event walk back to the hotel, where we basically
get a 2 a.m. cab.
Basically talking about getting that 2 a.m. cab.
Yeah.
So with that said, remember, hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you soon for some Horus Heresy bar reports.
Hey. So this is the end of the whole event.
Yes.
We're done. We are tired. We had some good fun. Yeah, super tired. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a whole week, which we're super thankful, of course, for obviously being invited. But yeah, I mean, it takes it out of you, right? Like a lot of talking every day, chatting to people. It's been amazing. Up early. Apparently I snore,
Loads.
so he couldn't.
If he falls asleep tonight, I'll try and record a bit.
As proof. But yeah, so like, you know, it's been amazing. We've seen some stuff that we never thought we would have seen, and opportunities that GW has given us to be able to like go into the back of the studio and see the masterclass stuff. Yeah, it's been a brilliant. I had some games. You had a game against me.
You didn't. I have played Winters as well.
Oh yes, of course you played Winters as well. Yeah. How did that one go?
I drew.
It was a draw. There was a lot of draws. Yeah, we had 2 draws this week. But anyway, Warhammer World's closed. We're walking back to the hotel. We're gonna get some food. We've got a 2 a.m. car coming to get us to then take us to the airport, and then we're going back, obviously via plane, to Gibraltar. But anyway, see you back in the studio.